Hi everyone, welcome to the session. So guys, today we are going to discuss indices and surds, right? So let's understand what are the indices and what are the surds. Okay, there are some rules or laws which are related to indices and surds. वो अपने को मालूम होना चाहिए before solving the problems, right? So if you are good with indices or surds, you will be good at logarithm. ठीक है, तो logarithm is basically an extension. आप एक extension मान सकते हो indices and surds का. So before going to the logarithm, we should have an idea about the indices and surds. ठीक है, indices इसको अपन exponent भी बोलते हैं. This word indices, it is also known as exponent. ठीक है, what does an indices? Indices is basically suppose is a indices में अपने पास क्या होता है? We have a base, right? We have a base, and that base is raised to some specific power. ठीक है, तो indices are the number और exponent में क्या होता है अपने पास? We have a base and it is raised to a number जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? उसकी power बोलते हैं. Like for example, if I have a 2 as my base और उसके power में if I have a 10. So this represents a an indice, right? And what are the surds? See, surds are basically the square root आप बोल सकते हो, cube root बोल सकते हो, right? Which cannot be converted into the integers. Like for example, if I have a root, okay, if I have a root 3, uh, and suppose let's say if I have a root 4, तो root 4 is not a surd. ध्यान रखना है, root 4 is not a surd because it can be converted to an integer. Root 4 is basically 2, but root 2, root 3, or we can say cube root of 2, for example. If I want to find out the cube root of 2 or cube root of 3, right? Or it can be fourth root of 2 or fourth root of 3 or any number basically, right? Any number basically. So these are known as the surds. These are basically the irrational numbers. तो जो surds हमारे पास हैं, we have to surds में हमारे पास क्या होता है कि we have this symbol of root और यहाँ पे होता है उसका order, right? This is known as the order. So this is a surd of order 2, right? Square root जब हम निकालते हैं तो square root is the surd of order 2, cube root is the surd of order 3, is the order 4. तो इस तरीके से surd का order होता है. जैसे we have indices की अपने पास क्या होती है? Power होती है, right? वैसे ही surd का क्या होता है? Order. तो order of the surd is यहाँ पे 2 है, कुछ नहीं है तो 2, 3, 4 and so on, right? So these are indices and surds. तो indices में या exponent पे हमें क्या पता है कि we have a base और base की हमारे पास क्या है? We have raised it to some power. Surds में क्या होगा? We have an order. तो generally surds हमें जो देखने हैं they are of the order 2. We have to deal with the surds of the order 2. उससे deep अपने को जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो हमारा जो focus रहेगा surds के केस में that would be the surds of the type a root p, or we also call them as a quadratic surd. Quadratic surd इसलिए बोलते हैं because there is a order of. तो ये तो हो गए what are indices and what are surds. तो अब first of all the very important part कि हम indices के there are some rules. ठीक है, there are some rules with the indices, उनको one by one we will understand. So guys, first of all देखो surds ये basically let's understand the rules and laws of the surd. तो पहला रूल अपने पास है a to the power m, a to the power n. See, if the base is same and power is different, अगर हम फर्स्ट लॉ की बात करते हैं, the first law says that कि if my base is same, यहाँ पे I have to check that the bases are same but the power is different. तो अगर अपना base same है, power are different, तो we can just add the powers directly. हम क्या कर सकते हैं? Power को directly add कर सकते हैं. Suppose I have 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 6 and these are being multiplied. 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 6 को अगर हम multiply करना चाह रहे हैं, I can simply write it as 2 to the power 3 plus 6. So condition is there कि if my base is same, if base is same तो power can be directly added. ठीक है, we can simply add the powers. Doesn't matter ये positive हो सकता है, it can be negative, like if it is 5 to the power 3 into 5 to the power minus 4, I can simply write it as 5 to the power 3 minus 4, or it is 5 to the power minus 1. Got it? तो अगर हमारे bases, if the bases are same, तो power can be directly added, right? Powers can be directly added. Second law is that if my base is same, right, and the numbers, the exponents, the indices are in the division, we can simply write it as a to the power m minus n, right? If my base is same, like for example, if it is 2 to the power 7 over 2 to the power 5, I can simply write it as 2 to the power 7 minus 5, m minus n I can do directly, so it is basically equivalent to the power 2, right? So if there is a division, a to the power m over a to the power n, base same होना चाहिए. That is very very important condition कि base should be same. We can directly subtract the power, and even the inverse हम इसको reverse में भी लिख सकते हैं. Like for example, if I have, कहीं पे अगर अपने को दिख रहा है 2 की पावर 3x over 2 to the power 2y. This I can simply write as 2 to the power 3x minus 2y. या फिर अगर अपने को दिख रहा है 2 to the power 3x minus 2y, तो I can write it as 2 to the power 3x over 2y. So when base is same, so and the it is division, the power will be subtracted, right? Now let's focus on these two things. Third law, जो अपने पास third law है, that is a to the power m whole to the power n, right? और यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है, a to the power m raised to the power n. तो इनमें दोनों में there is a difference. एक चीज तो अपने को समझना है, when I say that 2 to the power 6, इसका मतलब क्या है, that 2 is being multiplied 6 times, right? It simply means that 2 is being multiplied 6 times. So when I have a base and it is raised to some power, let's say m, तो इसका मतलब simply क्या है, that a is repeatedly multiplied, है ना? A is repeatedly multiplied how many times? M times. A is repeatedly multiplied m times. That is the significance of exponent. A to the power m, मतलब वो number will be multiplied to itself how many times? M times. तो जब अपने पास ये वाला दिया हुआ है, it is a to the power m and whole to the power n, एक यहाँ पे ये है, and the fourth law is a to the power m whole to the power n. Now these two are different. Many a times we make a mistake, हम इसको same confuse समझ लेते हैं. तो यहाँ पे समझना है कि if there is a bracket, ठीक है, तो दैट मीन्स a टू द पावर m होल टू द पावर n. यहाँ पे क्या है, a टू द पावर m रेज टू पावर n है. यहाँ पे m की पावर n है, बट यहाँ पे ये होल की पावर n है. तो इसका मतलब होगा सिंपली दैट a m into n, the power will get multiplied, right? The power will get multiplied. But when I am saying a to the power m to the power n, तो पहले अपने को ये सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? Now what does it mean m to the power n? इसका मतलब है that m is being multiplied how many times? n times, ठीक है? m is being multiplied n times, ये इसका सिग्निफिकेंस होगा. तो जो वैल्यू आएगी that will be the power of a. एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं. Let's say if I have suppose I take a number 2 to the power 3 to the power 3, right? Now it means इसको अगर हम सॉल्व करेंगे तो I will be getting 2 to the power 3 into 3, which is 9, right? Which is 2 to the power 9. And इसको अगर अपन सॉल्व करते हैं 2 to the power 3 to the power 3, it means इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या होगा? 2 to the power 3 into 3 into 3, which is 2 to the power 27. So clearly these two are not equal. ध्यान रखना है, these two are not equal. So these four laws are very very important, fundamental laws hai. If you see a bracket, right, if you see a bracket, the power will simply get multiplied, right? Even there can be more powers, like for example, if I have a to the power m whole to the power n, right, whole to the power p, I can simply write it as a m into n into p. बट अगर अपने को ऐसा दिया है a to the power m raised to the power n raised to the power p, तो दैट इज डिफरेंट। इसको सॉल्व कैसे करेंगे? फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम। पहले n की पावर p को सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा। लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल लाइक 2 टू द पावर 3 टू द पावर 3 टू द पावर 2। So how it will be solved? First of all, it is 3 to the power 2. It means it is 2 to the power 3 to the power 9, right? फिर 3 to the power 9 का जो वैल्यू आएगा, I have to solve then 3 to the power 9. That will then give me the actual value, right? So these are the four laws. Now the moving to the another page. Okay. Now this is the fifth law, a to the power minus m. See, whenever I have a power negative, it means it is you just have to reciprocate it. If I mean that 2 to the power minus 3, it simply means 1 upon 2 to the power 3. It is 1 upon 2 to the power 3. If a number is having a negative power, it simply means 1 by e to the power m. Or if I have like 1 by 3 to the power x, suppose I can simply write it as 3 to the power minus x for the purpose of simplification. We will do questions on this. Okay, now this is surd. इसको we can say a key, this is a and its order is m. It simply means that power will be 1 by m. If I have a question like cube root of 2, when I say cube root of 2, it simply means that 2 to the power 1 by 3. Or if I have 2 to the power 1 by 3, I can write it as order third. Surd किसका? Order third का, right? If I have an mth root, ठीक है, mth order है इसका surd का, तो it can be written as a to the power 1 by m. So whenever you see the power is in the fraction 1 by something, ठीक है, I can simply convert it into third. Okay, then if I have power is same, so we can split the base. Like for example, if I have 15, 15 की power is 3. I can simply write it as 3 into 5 cube, and इसको further अपन लिख सकते हैं 3 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 3. 3 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 3. ठीक है, we can write. और अगर अपने पास इस फॉर्म में दिया है तो इस फॉर्म को we can simply convert. Like if I have 2 to the power x into 3 to the power x, I can simply write it as 6 to the power x. Power is same, base is different. अगर power same है, bases are different, तो I can write it like this. Same situation division वाला केस है. If I have a by b to the power n, उसको हम separate कर सकते हैं a to the power n by b to the power n, है ना? Like अगर कहीं पे अपने को दिया है 7 by 2 raised to the power 3, I can simply write it as 7 cube over 2 cube, right? 7 cube over 2 cube. Then any number raised to power 0 is always 1, and there is a condition a should not be equal to 0. Condition बस follow करना है, a should not be equal to 0. Apart from that, any number if it is raised to power 0, you can directly write it as 1. या कहीं पे 1 लिखा है तो 1 को you can write it in this form. जिस भी फॉर्म में अपने को रिक्वायरमेंट है, we can simply write it into that form. Important laws for the सर्ड्स के लिए, इंडाइसेस के लिए. तो सर्ड्स के लिए वी हैव एक दो रूल, बाकी ये वाले रूल तो डेफिनेटली वर्क, बिकॉज सर्ड के केस में क्या है, इट इज नथिंग बट पावर विल बी 1 by m. तो रेस्ट द थिंग्स विल बी सेम. वन रूल कि सपोज आई हैव रूट a into root b. ठीक है, if I have root a into root b and the order is same, ठीक है, condition is that order is same, so we can simply write it as root ab, right? We can write it as root ab. तो कहने का मतलब है कि if I have like root 2 into root 3, if I have, तो root 2 into root 3 I can directly write it as root 2 into 3. I can write it as root 6, या root 6 को I can split into root 2 and root 3. But अगर supposingly I have a this is of order 3, ठीक है, ये order 2 का है, तो then I can not write it like this. ठीक है, order should be same. ये condition अपने को ध्यान रखना है. And if I have root a over root b, root a over root b, I can simply write it as root a by b. I can do that, right? Or if I have root a by b, I can write it as root a over root b. Okay, these are some rules that are related to सर्ड्स एज वेल. ठीक है, तो सर्ड का मतलब बेसिकली बात इसको, अगर ये वाला पॉइंट इज क्लियर, तो अगर हम इस तरीके से इसको लिख लें, इट विल सिंपली बिहेव एज अ इंडाइसिस. नाउ फ्यू पॉइंट्स की अपने को रिलेटेड टू द इंडाइसिस एंड सर्ड्स. व्हेन द बेसिस ऑफ टू इक्वल नंबर्स आर इक्वल, ठीक है, तो देयर पावर्स विल आल्सो बी इक्वल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे आप देखोगे यहाँ पे बेस मेरा सेम है. आई हैव लाइक अ नंबर 2 टू द पावर n, अगर 2 टू द पावर 3 के बराबर है, दीज टू नंबर्स आर इक्वल, राइट, दीज टू नंबर्स आर इक्वल. तो अगर हमारे पास नंबर्स इक्वल हैं एंड देयर बेसेस आर इक्वल, बेसिकली बेस अगर इक्वल है तो वी कैन डायरेक्टली कंपेयर द पावर. तो यहाँ पे आई कैन डायरेक्टली से दैट n इज इक्वल टू 3, है ना. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई हैव x टू द पावर 3 प्लस n, और ये इक्वल है एक फॉर एग्जाम्पल x की पावर 5 प्लस 2n समथिंग. अब सिंस माई बेस इज इक्वल, तो आई कैन डायरेक्टली कंपेयर द पावर्स. डायरेक्टली पावर्स को क्या कर सकते हो, कंपेयर कर सकते हो इफ माई बेस इज इक्वल, राइट. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि अगर हमें किसी क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिख रहा है कि बेसेस आर इक्वल, है ना, बेस इक्वल है, देयर इज अ इक्वल साइन बिटवीन देम, तो आप डायरेक्टली पावर्स को कंपेयर कर सकते हो. ठीक. अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट रूल कि व्हेन द पावर्स ऑफ टू इक्वल नंबर्स आर इक्वल, या जस्ट जो भी हमने पढ़ा था उसका जस्ट ऑपोजिट. तो देखो दो केसेस अराइज होते हैं. जब क्या होता है, ये वाला रूल थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि व्हेन द पावर्स ऑफ टू इक्वल नंबर्स आर इक्वल, लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल ये है केस अपने पास a टू द पावर 3 इज इक्वल टू 4 टू द पावर 3. ठीक है, अब देखो पावर्स आर इक्वल, पावर्स आर इक्वल, तो दो केसेस हैं यहाँ पे. इस केस में मेरी पावर्स आर ऑड, ठीक है, और एक केस यहाँ पे है, इसमें देखेंगे तो पावर्स आर इवन, पावर्स जो है इवन है ना. तो अब यहाँ पे डेफिनेटली जो a की वैल्यू है वो तो 4 होनी चाहिए. बट इस केस में जो a की वैल्यू है, देयर आर टू पॉसिबिलिटी. इट कुड बी आइदर +3, क्योंकि जब आप +3 की पावर 4 करोगे तो यू विल गेट 3 टू द पावर 4. इनफैक्ट -3 की पावर जब अपन 4 करेंगे तब भी अपने को क्या मिलेगा, 3 टू द पावर 4 ही मिलेगा. तो व्हेन द पावर इज ऑड, तब तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. जब पावर ऑड है तो आप डायरेक्टली बेस को कंपेयर कर लोगे, दैट a इज इक्वल टू 4. यहाँ पे आई कैन डायरेक्टली से दैट a इज इक्वल टू 4. बट व्हेन पावर इज इवन, तो देयर आर टू पॉसिबिलिटी. ठीक है, बिकॉज इवन, अगर पॉजिटिव नंबर है, पावर इवन है, तो भी आई विल बी गेटिंग पॉजिटिव नंबर. नेगेटिव की पावर में अगर इवन आ रहा है, ठीक है, तो स्टिल आई विल बी गेटिंग अ पॉजिटिव आंसर. तो वेन एवर वी आर कंपेयरिंग द बेसिस, पावर पे ध्यान देना है. ठीक है, कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस कैन बी क्रिएटेड. ऑड पावर है तो नो इश्यूज, ऑड पावर में तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बट इफ द पावर्स आर इवन, इफ द पावर्स आर इवन, देन आई हैव टू चेक. ठीक है, देन आई हैव टू चेक. देयर आर टू पॉसिबिलिटीज कि ए जो बेस है, इट कैन बी पॉजिटिव और इट कैन बी नेगेटिव. Okay, so let's solve some questions based on these rules. So here I have 729 by 1728 whole to the power minus 2 by 3 into 1024 by 9 whole raised to the power 1 by 2 and 24 by 324. Okay, so let's solve it. We have 729. Before starting, some powers which are very common like 2 to the power up to 10, you should be familiar with. Like for example, we'll start with 2 to the power 3. We know that 2 to the power 3 is 8, 2 to the power 4, 16, 2 to the power 5, 52, 2 to the power 6, 64, 2 to the power 7, which is 128, 2 to the power 8 is 256, 2 to the power 9, which is 512, and 2 to the power 10, that is 100, 1024, right? And 3 to the power, let's say we'll start with 3 to the power 3, which is 27, then 3 to the power 4, 81, 3 to the power 5, which is 243. Then 7 to the power 2, 49. We have 7 to the power 3, which is 343. 7 to the power 4, which is 2401. Then 5 to the power 3, we know it is 125. 5 to the power 4, it is 625. 5 to the power 5 is 3125. ठीक है, so these are some very common powers. ठीक है, ये कुछ powers हैं which are very common, so we should be familiar to these powers, like 3 to the power 6 also, 729. These powers are very common. तो ये powers कुछ ऐसी हैं जो tips पे होनी चाहिए. We should not think about them. ठीक है, and apart from them, squares, cubes, we should be familiar with those values. As you can see, here I have 729 by 1728. 1728 and see power यहाँ पे कितना है, -2/3. To simplify it, जब power नेगेटिव होता है तो we just reciprocate it. हम इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं 1728 over 729 to the power 2/3. है ना, this we can do because हमने सिर्फ अभी क्या किया, माइनस को एडजस्ट किया है. एंड यहाँ पे आई हैव 1024. 1024 I can see it is 2 to the power 10. इसको we can write as 2 to the power 10. 9 को I can write as 3 to the power 2 and it is 1/2. अभी डिवीजन है तो डिवीजन को if I use a multiplication तो it will be 324 by 24. Okay, now clearly 1728 is the cube of 12. ठीक है, ये 12 का क्यूब होता है. I can write it as 12 cube. एंड पावर को अगर हम सेपरेट कर लेते हैं तो इट विल बी 2/3 ओवर 729. अगर 729 को हम देखें तो इट इज 3 टू दी पावर 6 के फॉर्म में भी इसको लिख सकते हैं, राइट. 729 इज 3 टू दी पावर, जो यहाँ पे वैल्यूज है, लेट्स राइट इट एज 3 टू दी पावर 6 into by 3. Okay, now this is 2 to the power 10 into 1/2 and it is 3 square into 1/2. Now 324. 324 is 18 का square. Let's write it as 18 का square I can write it. ठीक है, 24 को यहाँ पे 24 ही रख लेते हैं. So let's see on solving what I'll be getting. 3 2 it will be 2 and 2 it will be to the power 5. It is 12 square. 12 square is 144 and यहाँ पे अपने पास आ रहा है 3 to the power 4. So 3 to the power 4 is 81 I'll be getting here. यहाँ पे आएगा 2 to the power 5. To the power 5 is 32. So I can simply write it as 32 and यहाँ पे सिर्फ 3 है. It is 18 into 18 and यहाँ पे आ गया अपने पास 24. So 24 into 6 will give me 144. Here I have 3. 3 6 times is 18. Now we have 9 2s are 18 and 9 9 times is 81. And there I have 3 2 3 3 and here I have 3. So when I simplify it, all I am getting is 2 2s are 4, 4 are 8. So the simplified value of this expression is 8. Okay, 32 is still left there. 32 को भी into करना पड़ेगा. Into 32, 250. Right? So 256 will be the simplified value. In majority of the questions you have to simplify, and to simplify I should be familiar with the powers. ठीक है, तो powers अगर मेरे को already पता है, like अगर इतनी values आपको मालूम है and squares cubes you are familiar with, so it would be easy. Let's see, here we have to simplify this equation. Now see, in this equation I have a to the power 4, b to the power 3, c square whole raised to power 2. Okay, so I can write it as a to the power, see 4 into 2 8 and b will become 3 2s are 6 and नीचे आपका आ जाएगा c to the power 4. Multiply b to the power again 4 3s are 12 and c will be 9 and a to the power 6 into it will be c to the power 4 4s are 16 and a to the power will be 12 and it is b to the power 8. ठीक है, b to the power 8. नाउ अगर हम सारी जो सेम पावर्स है लाइक a टू द पावर 8, आई हैव a टू द पावर 12 यहाँ पे है, एंड इधर लिख लेते हैं a टू द पावर 6 को, इनटू हियर आई हैव b टू द पावर 6, b टू द पावर 12 एंड नीचे b टू द पावर 8, सारी सेम बेसिस वालों को एक साथ लिख लेते हैं. Then I have c to the power 9, c to the power 16, and then I have c to the power 4. अब we know कि when bases are same तो power will be added. ये वाले केस में तो I can write है कि ये दोनों powers तो add हो जाएंगी, like 8 plus 12, but this will go into the subtraction, ठीक है, into b to the power 6 plus 12 minus 8, ठीक है, minus for this power, into c to the power 9 plus 16 minus 4. Okay, using the rule that a to the power m into a to the power n, we can write it as a to the power m plus n, right? And a to the power m over a to the power n को I can write as a to the power m minus n, right? इसको solve करेंगे तो I will be getting a to the power 8 plus 12 and minus 6. It will become 12 8 20, तो a to the power 14 into b to the power 10 into c to the power 20. 1. So the simplified version of this will be a to the power 14, b to the power 10, and c to the power 21. Right? So whichever option is having this, a to the power 14, b to the power 10, c to the power 21, that will be the final answer. Okay. Let's see another question. Here we have a surd which is of order 3, right? And 5 to the power 7. 5 by 7 to the power x plus 1 is equal to 125 to the power 343, and we have to simplify it. Now see, one of the rule in indices we have done ki if we have a surd of order n, so we can convert it into this form. It can be written as 1a to the power 1 by n, है ना, इसको लिख सकते हैं. So if I have 5 by 7, it is इसको अगर मैं ऐसे लिख लूं 5 by 7 whole to the power x plus 1, it can be written as 125 over 343 to the power 1 by 3 of this form, कि ये जो इसका ऑर्डर है सर्ड का, इस ऑर्डर को I can write in the form of 1 by 3 तरफ ले जाके. Now see 5 by 7 whole to the power x plus 1 and 125. 125 is 5 cube, 343 is 7 cube. Can I write it as 5 to the power 7, 3 into 1 by 3. Okay? 3 and 3 will be cancelled. So here I have 5 to the power 7 x plus 1 is equal to 5 to the power 7. ठीक है, कुछ नहीं है तो we can assume 1. Now we have done कि अगर numbers are same, ठीक है, base अगर same है तो we can directly compare the powers. I can say x plus 1 is equals to 1. यहाँ से जो x का value आ रहा है, it has to be, guys, next one is 49 over 401. 49 2x. अब clearly अगर मेरे को powers याद है तो there won't be any issues, right? 49 I can write it as 7 square, right? And 2401 is what? 7 to the power 4. Okay, we have done 7 cube is 343, 7 to the power 4 is 2401, and it whole raised to power 4 minus 6. In the right hand side I can write it as 7 square into whole to the power 2x minus 6. Okay, now the base is same, 7 square 7 fourth, I can write it as 7 to the power 2 minus 4, it will be minus 2, and here I have 4 minus x is equal to 7. I can write it as 2 2s are 4x minus 24, and it can be 7 to the power minus minus plus हो जाएगा, that would be 2x minus 8, and this is 7 to the power 4x minus 20. नाउ द बेस इज इक्वल, ठीक है. तो हमें पावर में, क्योंकि पावर में देखो वेरिएबल है और वेरिएबल की वैल्यू अपने को निकालनी है, ऑल वी हैव टू डू इज कि अब बेस को सेम कर लो, तो once the base will become same we can directly compare the powers. 2x minus 8 will be equal to 4x minus 24, right? 2x 2x को हम इस तरह भेज लेते हैं, तो ये 2x बचेगा, 24 minus 8, that is 16. X comes out to be 8. For this equation the value of x has to be 8. Right, mistake over here, it should be not, it should not be 24. Should be 2 2s are 4 minus 12, 4x minus 12 it will. So I have to compare 2x plus 8 is equal to 4x minus 12. 4x minus 2x, it will be 2x. It is 4, so x comes out to be 2. Right? Correct answer is, while doing the simplification थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कैलकुलेशन पे, बिकॉज ये जस्ट अगर एक जगह मिस्टेक हुआ तो यू वॉन्ट बी एबल टू प्रिडिक्ट इट टिल दी लास्ट. Guys, next is also very important case कि जहां पे you have to compare these indices. So I have 625 to the power 6, then I have 125 to the power 7, and it is 25 to the power 10. I have to compare these फ्रैक्शंस और इनको अरेंज करना है अपने को इन द असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. तो क्लियरली तीनों के तीनों मुझे क्या दिख रहे हैं, दे आर इन द पावर ऑफ 5. 625 is 5 to the power 4, right? And ये 6 आ गया. 125 is 5 to the power 3, 7 is there. 25 is 5 square and it is 10. इसको I can write 5 to the power 24. इसको I can write 5 to the power 21. इसको I can compare 5 to the power 20. Right? 2 tens are 20. So ascending order, if I arrange them in the ascending order, so 5 to the power 20, then 5 to the power 21, and then 5 to the power 24, or you can say 25 ki power 10, then 125 ki power 7, and finally 625 ki power 6. That has to be the correct order of in the ascending order. Right? We have to compare. So clearly they are visible that they are all in the power of 5. 5 की ही powers में they are visible. So make them to the same base. Now base is same. तो अब जिसके ऊपर power greater होगी, that value will be the greater. Right? Okay. Let's do some more questions on simplifications. So here I have, we have to simplify x a minus b whole to the power a square plus ab plus b square. B minus c, b square plus bc plus c square. Okay. Now see, if I simply write this one, इसको अगर हम separately लिखते हैं, तो can I write it as x to the power a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. ठीक है. This situation, second situation है x to the power b minus c into b square plus bc plus c square it is. The third situation is x to the power c minus a c square plus ac plus a square. Okay. Now अगर हम इस पावर पे ध्यान दें तो it is up of x minus x cube minus y cube का expansion होता है सर. X cube minus y cube is x minus y, then I have x square plus xy plus y square, and this is the expansion, this is an identity we have, x a cube minus b cube और x cube minus y cube का expansion है ये. तो इसको I can simply write as x to the power a cube minus b cube हो गया. This is x to the power b cube minus c cube, and third one को I can write x to the power c cube minus a cube. ठीक है, तो this is a direct identity का expansion. Now since these three are into the multiplication and ये तीनों multiplication में है, तो I can simply write it as since base is same, so I can directly add the powers. A cube minus b cube plus b cube minus c cube plus c cube minus a cube, that I can do. Now see the powers, all powers will be cancelled. Finally, the value is coming out to be x to the power 0, and any number raised to the power 0 can be written as 1. Right? Any number raised to the power 0 can be simply written as 1. Right? तो सिंप्लीफाई करना था इसको बेसिकली, तो यू हैव टू इस वाले केसेस में व्हाइल डीलिंग विद एक्सपोनेंट्स you should have a good idea about the identities. Okay, there are, while doing the simplifications, you will get a lot of questions which are based on the use of identities. These fundamental identities, a cube minus b cube, or there might be x cube plus y cube, nothing but x plus y, x square minus xy plus y square. है ना? All the identities, the fundamental identities are there, which are very, very important. They will help you a lot in the simplification questions in Surds and Indices के case में. Okay. Let's see another example. Here we have x to the power a whole to the power 2c into x to the power b whole to the power 2a. So let's start solving it. पहला फंडा यही है कि यहाँ पे x to the power 2ac I can write it. So x to the power 2ab I can write. और यहाँ पे x to the power 2bc I can write it. Okay, now see if same situation, x to the power तो अपन लिख सकते हैं a c plus b into c, so we can write x to the power b a plus ca into x to the power bc plus ab. ठीक है, now the bases are same. देखो bases are same, तो in the numerator I have 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac I can write it, and in the denominator portion में देखते हैं तो we have bases same, तो power will be added. तो अपने पास 2ac है, ठीक है, ये हम डायरेक्टली ऐसे लिख लेते हैं 2ab I have, एक ab यहाँ पे, एक ab यहाँ पे, plus 2bc plus 2ac, right? You will see that both numerator and denominator has become same. I can just cancel them out and I will be getting answer as 1 for this one also. के लिए भी जो हमारा आंसर आएगा that is also 1. Right? So I have the basics which are related to the surds and indices are pretty much clear. है ना? The rules are very important. The rules which we have done in this session, the rules हमारे पास fundamental rules, ये रूल्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इनफैक्ट आगे देखोगे आप द सेम रूल, सेम सेट ऑफ रूल्स विल हेल्प यू इन द लोगैरिथम आल्सो. ठीक है, तो लॉग में भी हम इसका कहीं ना कहीं यूज कर रहे होंगे. दीज रूल्स आर रिलेटेड, राइट? ये रूल्स हैं related to the surds and indices. These rules are very important. ठीक है, the comparison वाला part is there, and if my power, whenever we are comparing टू पावर्स, तो नंबर्स उस केस में अपने को ध्यान रखना है कि पावर अगर ऑड है तो नो इश्यूज, बट पावर इज इवन तो वी हैव टू पे अटेंशन देन. So we have done these questions which are directly based on the indices. I hope you like this session, so do like and subscribe it and also share it with your friends as well. See you in the next session with the logarithm करेंगे हम next session में. So in the logarithm you will be seeing the application of the same concepts which we have done in the today's session. See you in the next session. Thanks for watching.